Hey, Corey at WiscoMTB here today. We're kind of bored, so we're going to be working on this Giant 2019 Trans Pro 1 carbon. So today we're going to be switching out the Giant dropper post lever that came stock on the bike, as well as the dropper post itself. So here is the Fox 2021 transfer dropper post. Not much has changed from the previous years other than they changed the collar on the top. This is the 30.9 size, 150 millimeters. Fox has a pretty good warranty claim service with minimal claims on these posts, so that's why I went with it. And then for the action lever, we're going to be using the Wolf Tooth Light Action. I went with the Wolf Tooth because I like the texture design on the thumb lever itself. It's got the nice ribbed part there. Got all these parts from Edwin at Fitchburg Cycles. He does a really good job at ordering parts that come in nice and quick, so hats off to him again. So the first thing we're going to do is, to get this dropper post out, is you have to give some slack in the line in order to get it out. So first you're going to unhook the existing lever, get it loosened up. Actually, for this style lever, you can actually undo it all the way and just let it hang. And then what you want to do is remove the seat from the seat post. We will be using the existing internal cable on this bike, so we won't have to run new housing. If you do have to run new housing, you can use the Park IL 1.2 cable routing kit. It works quite well. So now we'll go ahead and undo the seat post clamp on the bike to pull out the dropper. And since you unhooked your lever from the handlebars, there should be enough slack now to pull out the existing cable. You want to make sure you leave the housing in the frame. And essentially all I want to do is just take it and unhook it from the existing dropper post. And we will be running a new cable in this bike. You want to push some of the housing out so you can see where the cable goes into the housing, like so. Be sure not to lose the end up here by the head tube inside the frame. You want to go ahead and pull that cable out. When you begin to feed this hose, you want to make sure you do not lose this little barrel end. You get one of them with the new transfer post. So you're going to start by feeding that through. Then you're going to take the cable and feed it through the existing cable housing. This is a lot easier to put your saddle on the seat post before you install it. Just hand tighten it for now, as you'll adjust it later to your desired riding angle and height. It's got pretty handy little flipping screws to insert the saddle. All you do is just undo them and flip them up. So once you get your saddle on, the next step is you want to measure how far out the old seat post is sticking out of the frame. And I can see the line where it was at, so we're at about 1 3/4 of an inch. It's 1 3/4 of an inch on here. We'll put you right at about the A. The Fox post has on the back, it says transfer going down the sides, and those are your measurement marks for how far you go down. We gotta go down to the A. Now what you want to do is you want to take some carbon lube, some grip lube. Again, Edwin at Fitchburg Cycles hooked me up with these little packets, so we only use what we really need to use. We don't have to waste a whole tube of park lube. So if you don't use it after a while, it does break down and you essentially wasted a whole tube if you only use it once. Put it on there generously. So now we'll stick it into the bike. So now we'll insert the new dropper post into the frame. Take the little barrel end on the end of the cable, get over the top of the actuation lever. And then you kind of have to do this two-handed. Pull out the cable housing with one hand while you feed the dropper post down in. And go ahead and loosely tighten your seat post clamp. We'll set it at the A where it was before. Again, we're just going hand tight on these because we have to torque them to spec, which most dropper post seat clamps are around 5 Newton meters. So now we'll install the dropper lever up on the handlebar. The wolf tooth has got pretty good adjustability for everything. You can adjust it on multiple axes. Again, only going hand tight because we're going to have to torque everything down to spec. Go by the old mark on the handlebars. We're close to where it was before. So here we'll feed the wire through the back of the lever. Run the cable through the set screw. When you tighten these up, you just want to go hand tight because you're going to have to stretch out the cable a little bit. So now we're going to go ahead and tighten down the seat clamp to the specified 5 Newton meters. So now we're going to go ahead and tighten the collar on the seat post clamp. Make sure that it's straight, make sure your saddle's straight with the frame. So once you get your cable tightened to the lever, you want to go ahead and stretch it a few times. And then go ahead and retighten your cable. Once you get your cable tightened, you can cut it and go ahead and put your cable end on. The wolf tooth lever has a nice little spot behind here to hide the crimped cable end. Once you get it done, go ahead and readjust your saddle to where you want it. One nice thing about the Fox transfer dropper post is it's variable speed, so if you want, it'll go up and down as basically as hard as you want to press the lever. If you push the lever down just a little bit, it'll come nice and slow, or full on to the end there, and it's got a nice hit at the end, so you know it's all the way up. Saddle's back to my desired riding position. Check again, make sure it works. So that's about it. You want to finish by wiping off any of that lube that you had in the seat post when you installed it. Now she's ready to hit the trail again. So if you liked today's video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on WiscoMTB. We'll see you again next time.
Oh no.
Cut.